Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
Not really. Oh, no, wait, yeah. Remember, a little while back, we were chilling out in Helgen, and we were about to get our heads cut off, and then this giant dragon, who happened to be Alduin, you know, kind of landed and destroyed the whole city, and we almost died. You remember back then? Yeah, I think we met back then. We were both at Helgen.
Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. No, I don't want to join this Stormcloaks yet. No.
Take care.
Yeah, hang on.
As you can see, I have much that requires my attention. If you're inclined to gab, there are some nice prison guards you may like to meet.
Haha, funny. No, I don't want to fight the Empire. Not yet. I just want to talk to you about... Okay, I'm going to save real quick.
Your brother, and he'll keep you. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters.
Okay.
Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past. And you fight for me with honor and integrity.
I don't want to fight for you yet.
We'll welcome you into our ranks.
No. I don't want to be a Stormcloak.
But in the meantime, we have...
Am I a Stormcloak? Okay, no. I've not joined the Stormcloaks yet. That's kind of stupid. Like, don't make that the only dialogue option. Because, like, if that did make me join the Stormcloaks, I would have been forced into joining the Stormcloaks just because the main quest requires me to talk to Ulfric. That was really poor design. Like, you should have a dialogue option. Hey, Greybeards want a peace council. Not, I want to join you to fight against the Empire, because I'm undecided as of now in the Civil War. I don't know what side I'm going to join. Don't force me to join your side.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to do that yet. Anyways, I have a message from the Greybeards.
It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want?
Well, they want to negotiate a truce until the dragon menace is dealt with.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there.
Holy crap, man. You and your petty Civil War talk. Again, the same thing I told Balgruuf. Like, there will be no Civil War for you to win and become High King of Skyrim if Alduin comes back and destroys us all, okay? So, focus on Alduin, and then you can deal out your petty little Civil War later.
Alduin, the world eater of song and legend.
Yeah, that guy.
If that's true, we're all doomed anyway. And if it isn't true, well, then the fight to free Skyrim goes on. Either way, I don't see the use in talking to the Empire.
Your logic is sincerely flawed. Yeah, I'll appeal to your ego. Tullius will look weak if he refuses, but not you.
You're right. Let Tullius be the one to insult the Greybeards by refusing their summons. Show up these Imperials for the foreigners they really are.
So you'll go to the Peace Council then?
Yes. I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
Okay, thank you. Jeez. That was a pain. Now to go talk to Tullius. Ooh, look at that. That is awesome. I love the Northern Lights in this game. I don't think they utilize them enough. But then again, I've noticed, it may just be my mind playing tricks on me, but I think that the northern lights are more common the more north you are, which I guess makes sense. But, wait, I could just fast travel there. Because I've been to Solitude, I think. Right? Yep. To Solitude. Alright. So. Off to Castle Dower. Or Doer, or however you pronounce it. I love Solitude.
Might want to rethink that.
Fletching suits me.
I think it's a tie between Riften and Solitude for my favorite city.
What do you need?
Like, I just love the ivy that hangs off the walls and just the architecture of it, because it's like a perfect blend between Nordic and Imperial architecture. It's awesome. I like it. Plus, there's hawks that fly around above Solitude, and I was watching another Let's Play by Gix, and you can shoot them down. I didn't know that, but you could shoot down the hawks. Do I have to listen to another speech?
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir.
Yeah, Tullius is like not the best leader. He knows nothing about Skyrim, and so why the Empire put him in charge of the Legion's presence in Skyrim baffles me. Like, even his Nordic followers, his Nordic generals and whatnot, they're even like, yeah, Tullius, bro, like, I know you're the leader, but dude, you kind of suck. Hey, Tullius.
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricka. I suspect we could use someone like you.
No, thanks. But that's not why I'm here.
I see. Then there's nothing further to discuss.
Oh yeah, there
If
is.
you change your mind, speak with the Legate.
Nothing to discuss? Well, the Greybeards would beg to differ.
The Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me?
Well, they're convening a peace council at High Hrothgar.
Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
Okay, but we need a truce until the Dragon Menace is dealt with.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
Okay. But again, as I've told Balgruuf, as I've told Ulfric, and as I'm gonna tell you now, the dragons are a far bigger problem than the Civil War, okay? Like, if Alduin comes back and destroys us, we're all screwed.
I'll be the judge of that. Besides, by all reports, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as much as we are from these dragon attacks.
Okay. Well. The best time to negotiate is from a position of strength.
Fair enough. We're driving the Stormcloaks back well enough at the moment, but we're already overstretched. That's what comes of trying to win a war with a bare handful of legions. If the Emperor would just give me the reinforcements I've requested.
Why won't the Emperor send more reinforcements?
Most of the Legion is tied down on the border with the Aldmeri Dominion. The Emperor can't afford to risk weakening Cyrodiil's defenses. From the Imperial City, our war here is just a sideshow. An interlude before the main event against the Thalmor resumes.
So you'll come to the Peace Council?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Okay, thank you. One thing that Tullius brings up is the Aldmeri Dominion, which is kind of cool. Again, that podcast I was talking about earlier, he does a whole episode on the Aldmeri Dominion, and it's actually really interesting. Because if you played Oblivion, you know that the Septim line of emperors ends. And then the Empire just starts to crumble a little bit. The Aldmeri Dominion, which are from the Somerset Isles, they take advantage of this. They take over...
Can you believe it? Both Ulfric Stormcloak and General Tullius have agreed to go.
How do you figure that out so fast? Like, I just walked out the door and you already know that? Okay. But yeah, so the Aldmeri Dominion are from the Somerset Isles. They took over the Somerset Isles, and then they drove into Valenwood, took over there, and then the moons disappeared, the 2 moons, and they were gone for 2 years. And then when the moons came back, the Thalmor they claimed that they were responsible for bringing the moons back. And the moons are really important for the Khajiit. The Khajiit, it governs where the moons are in the sky and how the moons look, governs what a Khajiit looks like when he's born. So the moons are really important to the Khajiit. And so when they came back, and when the Aldmeri Dominion said, yeah, we're responsible for bringing those moons back, the Khajiit are like, awesome, we'll join you guys. And so they joined the Aldmeri Dominion. And then the Aldmeri Dominion lay low for a few years. And then they launched an invasion into both Hammerfell and Cyrodiil. They took the southern half of Cyrodiil, and then Hammerfell, there's already a whole bunch of infighting going on in Hammerfell, and they're like, okay, well, you guys are already so weak that we'll just let you be your own independent nation, and that's about where it stands. Oh yeah, and Blackmarsh kind of broke off from the Empire after the Oblivion Crisis, and then in Morrowind, Red Mountain exploded, and the Argonians, which, if you've played Morrowind, the Dark Elves of Morrowind enslaved Khajiits and Argonians for a really long time, so the Argonians took their revenge by invading Morrowind after Red Mountain exploded and taking over Morrowind. So you have Morrowind and Blackmarsh, the Argonians that took over Morrowind, separate from the Empire. Then you have Elsewhere, which is part of the Aldmeri Dominion, Valenwood, which is part of the Aldmeri Dominion, Somerset Isles, part of the Aldmeri Dominion, Hammerfell as their own independent country. So all you have in the Empire anymore is Skyrim, High Rock, and Cyrodiil. So, but let's do this Peace Council thing.